Hey, how are you doing? My name is Mark Levitt, and welcome to another exciting episode of my web series entitled What I'm Thinking. The web series that begs to answer the question, why the hell am I doing this, yet offers no real solution. I'm just talking here. I'm just rattling off some ideas that I thought of while we're stuck here in this new COVID world we're living in. How's everybody doing out there anyway? Y'all doing okay? Y'all wearing the face masks? Because I don't think you are. I can see your eyes. I can see your eyes, lady, okay? It's like, have you seen those people that you see around walking down the street? They wear the face masks on their chin? Yeah, that's a good look. I mean, no, sir, you didn't just finish a grueling surgery and are wearing it that way because you're just exhausted. You just look awful, okay? It's not a good look. Don't do that. But we're in the midst of doing all these things to fight the COVID thing, social distancing, science, wearing the face masks. But maybe we're going at this thing all wrong. I mean, what Jennifer Anniston did on Instagram this week really got me thinking. What she did is she gave the middle finger to the COVID, the whole COVID pandemic. She had this picture of herself, posing like this. Fuck you, COVID. It's like, we've been going at this thing all wrong with science and social distancing. We need former A-list celebrities to go ahead and give obscene hand gestures to this thing. That's how we can nip this thing in the bud. What we need is Willem Defoe to be out there mooning this thing, really giving his butt to science. Also, what happened in the news this week, you had that guy, what's that guy's name? Brian May of Queen. He injured his buttocks or something while gardening. How do you injure your buttocks gardening? What was he, using his ass as a rake? What the hell happened here? I'm like, how aggressively was this man gardening? It's disgusting. Would you like to, let's say he cooked for you. You eating a meal he prepared from his garden? And he injured his buttocks while making the vegetables? You want to eat that stuff? What else happened in the news today? You had Elon Musk. He named his kid some unpronounceable symbol like X pi squared to the ninth power. I don't know. It wasn't a real name. I mean, if anybody should understand the stigma of giving a bad name, it's somebody with a name like Elon Musk. His name sounds like, I don't know, Swedish cologne. Elon Musk. It's disgusting, right? This guy went ahead and he'd be better off naming his kid Murder Hornet. At least people know what a murder hornet is. It's a tangible thing. It's not some obscure, obtuse math symbol or JavaScript sign or something. Man's an asshole. Okay. Also, what's been happening? Oh, they appointed Gary Busey, right? He's now hosting the show entitled Pet Judge, where he basically arbitrates over cases involving animals. I don't know how they came up with this scenario, but apparently Gary Busey is I mean, does this man even have a legal background? How is this guy a judge over anything? It's ridiculous. So this guy, he's crazy, right? He's a manic, nutty dude. Can you imagine giving this guy any role where he has any kind of responsibility at all? I mean, what if he was a mohel? Let's say he was a mohel that had to perform circumcisions. So you're this family, you're having Gary Busey over to your home to perform a circumcision, as you would. And this manic, nervousy, wild guy, this kid is like, man, no, man, you're not snipping my dick. No, you're not snipping the dick, No, man. No way, man. No way. He's like, I'm going to do it myself then. If those are the alternatives, I'm going to do it myself. What else has been going on? Yeah, I've been lately channel surfing like crazy. I've been watching marathons of that show, My Lottery Dreamhome. Have you seen the show? It's on HGTV. So basically, it's about all these newbie millionaires. They just won the lottery. So they go on this show, and basically there's this guy. His name is David Bromstead. Okay, he goes around. He shows them all these luxury homes, and they have to choose between three homes that they'll choose to live in. At least the rest of their. Well, I don't know the rest of their life, but they're choosing a lifetime home in some cases. Anyhow, his whole role though is just show these people through the homes. he doesn't do any of the grunt work. I don't know what his purpose is. He's just this congenial guy who's showing them through the homes. He's just any weird demands they make about the type of home. You know, I want an ocean view. Ma'am, you're in Detroit. You're not going to get an ocean view. You know, it's like ridiculous. These people with their demands. So he has to basically, oh, you'd like that, would you? You know, he has to like suck it up and show them through these homes. Yet he's not even doing any of the grunt work. At the beginning of the show, you have these pimply, pencil-pushing people, you know, buried in their computer. They're doing all the grunt work. And then this guy, David, shows up. He's wearing like this, I don't know, fur-lined vest, right? He's tanned, fur-lined vest-wearing guy. He has all this elaborate body art, you know, all these tattoos over his entire body. Yes, he's like his tattoos on his hands look like spiders. He has a tattoo on his neck that makes him look like he's being strangled by a ficus plant. This guy's an idiot, right? He's insane, but he serves no purpose other than to show these people through the homes. He's insanely tattooed. He probably has nostril tattoos also. I don't know why I'm going off so much on this guy. Maybe it's just because this show is the closest thing that I'll ever get to being a millionaire or owning my own home. So maybe I have some hidden resentment there, if I was to be under psychoanalysis. But what other shows? I passed by this old Shark Tank rerun. They were showing where this guy was trying to sell this new energy drink. It was pitched to, it was supposed to be, the audience would be older women. It was entitled Cougar. So I'm thinking to myself, could this product brand name be any more derogatory or masochist, what do you call it? Chauvinistic, right? Could this be any more chauvinistic? He's trying to sell this energy drink called Cougar to older women. It's like having a whole clothing line and trying to market it to chubby men and calling it fat fuck. Sir, would you like a fat fuck t-shirt? I saw the new remote episode of SNL. It wasn't really as bad as the rest. It wasn't that hideous. But for some reason, Tina Fey showed up again. I don't know why. She always shows up on the Mother's Day telecast. Maybe she thinks she's the mother of this whole show. Maybe she's deluded enough to think that. But anyway, she shows up there, right? And did you see the bookshelves in the background when she was on the camera? It's like the most pretentious books. She had a book on Frida Kahlo. It's like, you like magic surrealism, do you, Faye? You like that? How about, what about a book on Wim Schumacher? How about him? You have him also? And did you see Michael Che? That man, like, he seemed completely inebriated while they were doing a Weekend Update. It's like, I know it's the last show of the season, and I know you're at home, but for God's sake, slow your roll, dude. Slow it down. I also saw this show called Eating History. Have you seen the show on the History Channel? It's the whole show is devoted to these two guys. One looks like, I don't know, he's the backup singer for some, I don't know, heavy metal, doom metal band. It's a thick beard and, you know, like a one of these motorcycle dudes. Anyway, him and this other more normal guy. They go around bidding on things. And they bid on old food items, like old cans of tuna fish, old things. And they basically spend the latter part of the show eating the old food. So they're eating, what do they have, like 50-year-old canned meatloaf or 12-year-old Twinkies or something. Anyway, you notice they don't choose to air this show on the Food Network. Because all it is you're watching the show and you're wincing at the screen the whole time while these people like chow down and eat old food items. So the whole, I don't know, they eat old things, like 30-year-old Cheetos, let's say. He's eating 30-year-old Cheetos. And the whole latter part of the show is this guy's going, I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good. I can't feel my tongue. That's the whole show. What would make it a much better show, though, I think, is if they got celebrity chefs to come on the show and eat this food. Like if they got, I don't know, Jeff Zakarian or Amanda Freitag on the show and force them to eat this hideous and ancient food. That would be real good and must-see television watching, I think. I think they should really invest some money in that. I guess that's it for this show this week. That's about all I have to say. I hope everybody out there is doing well. I've been Mark Levitt, your host for this episode of What I'm Thinking. Until next time, stay well and stay quarantined.